What's going on, everybody? It's Brian the Observer here from the observation deck. See a little glare from my light. It's the first time I think I'm doing a review at nighttime. I could be wrong about that. Anyway, so today I got me Orville number 4, The Word of Avis Part 2. Okay, so as we last left off, the crew, there was an engineer from this group they had intercepted that was a refugee, but they were completely obsessed with the krill and the will of Avis, yet they were human, and so, like, you kidding? Krill would kill us because they're genocidal maniacs. Anyway, so it starts out with they're trying to take back control of the ship. And they're like, yeah, well, it'll take some time to turn around. And so, and she has an idea. Laura has an idea saying, hey, you remember that cloaking device? We got the commander and the captain out of the human zoo with that one ship. It's like, yeah, well, let's do that. And then Isaac said, yeah, I'm making the adjustments. So they make the adjustments to make it look like a krill battleship, and then there's like, okay, they'll buy us some time. So they get back in, and they said to this cult leader, this anthropologist, saying, yeah, you guys are under arrest. It's like, for what? You sabotaged our ship and everything else? Yeah, it's not cool. Not cool at all. Because they put them in the krill space, a space that they're not supposed to be in. So many ways, so John Lamar goes up to Celeste, the girl that he crushed on, but is part of this weird cult. And so goes on and on and on. It's like, you know what, you don't have to do what people think, to other people's approval, whatever. So anyways, they find out that here comes another krill ship coming in, but they're not on course to intercept because, hey, it's another krill ship, but they are scanning. And they scan, and it ruins the cloaking device. And so anyways, they're like, oh, crap. Evasive maneuvers, same old. But then they're like, okay, let's go into that asteroid field because that'll jam their instruments, their scanning instruments. So it's like, okay. So they got to go in, and it's a fierce battle, get that for that alone. And then so on my mark, and there you go. And they get into an asteroid and actually park themselves in a crevice inside of a cave on an asteroid. So, they believe that they destroyed the ship. Okay, so, they're in the meeting room, and they're like, it won't take long because, they're going to be looking for wreckage. And so it's like, okay, well, we can kind of like cloak, but do something else, but I got to get that device. It's like, okay, it might work. So, sure enough, he goes, and he tries a conventional way, but it's not. It's locked out of their transport system, so it's like, that's not good. So they're looking all high and mighty, and then they said, yeah, did you find the wreckage? No. Well, then look for the wreckage. Anyway, so I was like, yeah, look, we need that device, we need it, but it's the will of Avis, everything else like that. And then so, boom, they like, oh, they started drilling and everything. It's like, uh-oh. And so they make it look like there's an issue, and so it's like, quick, on this pod or whatever. And, they're going on and on. It's like, and she's like, wait a minute, these people need these shit. But it's like, yeah, but, whatever. It's not the will of Avis. So they get on the ship, and so they're like, yeah, we tricked you, because she actually had to reset it. She had to take out the lockout, as you remember. So they tricked them. And then so Bortus is like, yeah, now they're really drilling, And so he's going on and on, and then Kelly shoots him in the back on stun levels. Like, I'm tired of hearing them. And so anyway, so they made the adjustments to make it look like the Union vessel, a hologram projection, and in that way they're able to escape. And then so back on the ship, anyways, like, okay, yeah, well, thank you, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and then here it is right here, and then so, sure enough, that's her. That's the woman that Gordon and Captain Ed tricked in the first part of season 1, and so that's how she was able to make her. She was able to make her escape back there. It kind of explains it. So, what you see here in these Orville comics, and I found that it's basically backstory in between adventures, in between the actual television shows. And this one's alright. I mean, this was a good conclusion. So I think the way they've been doing it, because the first 2 were like this, the first issue it's always a 2-parter. The first issue is always more like setup and dialogue, and the second issue is more action. So, unfortunately, that takes you to a price of almost $8 for 2 copies, just to finish out one story. But that's not a bad run, and so I wonder what they're gonna do next month. Anyways, so oh yeah, there was a curse word in there. So like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. I'll see you guys on the next one, and yeah, and don't forget that the Venture Force is being drawn right now. As art comes out, I'll be posting it, and I'll make announcements of but when the Indiegogo will be launched for that. So anyways, thank you for watching. Again, Dark Horse Comics, the Orville, the 2-parters. First part's setup and exposition. Second parts are action and conclusion. So that's been it so far. All right, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.